Hello YouTube! How are we all doing? Fantastic, I hope. So, next video, here we go! So, pleco breeding. So plecos require a pH of 6.5 to 7.5. So, bearing in mind, breeding plecos, best thing to have is some caves, some soft substrate, some live plants, some rocks, some wood, definitely wood. You need some wood, boys and girls. So, basically a pleco will, male will go in the cave and he'll sit in that cave and he'll shake his little tail feather, and this is to basically lure a female into that. So then what happens is the interested female comes over, has a little look-see, and he'll sort of back out the cave, she'll go in the cave, he'll then go in and trap her. Don't worry, this is perfectly normal. So he can probably keep her up in there for like 2 to 3 days until she's laid the eggs. She lays the eggs, he fertilises the eggs, and then he hoofs her out of the cave and he'll basically sit on those eggs and he'll fan them. So basically you've got the front fin, you've got the back fins, and they do this motion, front and back, and they alternate either side. So they'll do this side and then they'll do that side. So with this, it's fanning the fresh water over the eggs, therefore keeps them nice and healthy, stops them from fungusing up, and then a week or so they'll hatch, and then you will literally have a tank full of maybe bristlenose plecos. So how do we get them to this point? So basically what we do is we feed them a lot of high protein food. It's really good quality high protein food. So this involves bloodworms. Also I feed, as I've said before in previous videos, I've got spirulina. So spirulina, I make up a little funky mix, feed that to them, they're all over that. They love it. So they'll mush this up, much, and basically it gets to the point of the females get really fat bellies. So when doing this conditioning process, so we do this for a good couple of days. So what I tend to do is I'll do this for about 3 or 4 days, and I keep the temperature in the tank quite high. So I'll keep it up to 28 degrees. So at this 28 degrees point, it's really warm in there, it's nice, basking away, having a little nibble. But then we need to basically do the force spawn. So with a force spawn, how do we do this? So it's literally the case of, I drain the tank down about halfway, and then I'll feed some more, okay? So I've dumped another load of food in, the tank's half empty, so when the tank's half empty, the amount of water pressure that is on top of that volume of water signals the fact of, to the plecos themselves, that it's going into the dry season. So when they're in the wild, the dry season, the water level goes down, water pressure increases, so I leave it like this for an hour or 2. I know there's some people out there have probably been like, that's most the harshest thing in the world. However, it is for a purpose. It doesn't hurt them, it doesn't affect them, you know, it happens in the wild, so this is perfectly fine. So then what I do is I then refill the tank, so like doing a big water change, so from that heavy feeding it can't cloud the water, bearing in mind. So I fill the tank up then with pure cold water, and that then simulates to the plecos that it is a raining season. So in raining season there's a heavy vast amount of food available, so this in turn basically kickstarts their brains into the fact of, oh, here it goes, it's time to get it on. Fresh water, clean water, it's just rained heavily, there's been a lot of food available, we're ready to do the business. So that is pretty much in a nutshell how you breed some plecs. So with plecos, also, when they do their first couple of sittings of eggs, so if it's a juvenile pleco, which is sort of got to the adult stage, you may only get, I don't know, 25 eggs. So there'll always be a small cluster if it's a new freshly bred pleco. If it's a seasoned pleco though, however, they can have anywhere up to 150 eggs. I have had a pleco breed twice in a cave. So he's trapped one female, he's fertilised, another female, yeah, that was a gassy one. So I've had a female go in after this one and lay eggs. He's fertilised of their ass and then he's sat on 2 lots of eggs. So yeah, 150 eggs, happy days. You can use anything for a pleco cave. So you can use the things that you buy. You could use plant pots with a bit cut out of it. You can also use plastic PVC pipe. However, no matter what you decide to use, whichever is cost effective for you, remember when using a piece of plastic pipe, it has to have a closed end, because plecos won't breed in a cave that's got an open end to it. So it always has to be a closed end. And for a good healthy breeding tank, the plecos definitely do need wood in there. Because basically if there's enough wood in there, you've got enough of the biofilm growing, so that the baby plecos, once they're hatched, they will grasp on this. So yeah, so if you definitely want a successful pleco breeding setup, then that is what you do. You need some good oxygenation going through the water as well. That, boys and girls, is how you breed plecos. Thank you. See you soon. I'm Nick. Woo!